Welcome into Ravens Rundown, powered by Chat Sports. Tyler Jones here with you. Appreciate you joining us. On today's show, we have the latest Baltimore Ravens news and rumors as day one of training camp is in the books. We'll recap it, tell you what you need to know coming up later on. Before we get to that, though, it is time to talk playoffs. Yes, folks, with the season already here, this is the million-dollar question today. If the Ravens will make the playoffs, you're feeling pretty confident about that, like today's video. If not, if you do not think they were a playoff team, comment and tell me why, and we'll get started with today's show. Training camp day number one, and we have a lot of headlines to get to in regards to the Ravens and some surprising notes of sorts. Let's start out with David Ojabo, as he remains the last unsigned rookie in the NFL, and this is an official holdout. Now, if you go back in the hot tub time machine several years ago, we used to see holdouts with rookies pretty common, but since the restructured salary cap with the rookie wage scale, we don't see rookies holding out that often anymore. But in this case with David Ojabo, it's an interesting one. Let's break this down for you. This is according to NFL Network's Ian Rappaport. From my understanding, the argument is about the third-year guarantee. If you look at the distribution of where players are and how much is guaranteed in the third year, the Houston Texans fully guaranteed the third year of their second-round pick, defensive back Jalen Pitre, which caused everyone to go into flux a bit. The fully guaranteed third year for Pitre was considered an unusual measure, something that has thrown a wrench into what in recent years has been a pretty smooth set of negotiations for rookie contracts. Here's what Rappaport goes on to say. It's basically an argument of how close to 50% do the sides get as far as the third-year guarantee. It's not much. It's a small argument. The two sides are trying to split the difference. They have not just come yet to an agreement. The injury is not totally consequential. They're arguing over the guarantee, and that's kind of what this is all about. So with that, the Ravens' number 45 overall selection slotted to make $7.9 million in his rookie contract. A weird situation, but an understandable one from both sides. As you can see, Pitre kind of changed how we view these situations. And Ojabo, he's coming off this injury that he suffered in the pro day. He wants that guaranteed money. He wants to get paid. And the Ravens, on the flip side, they're saying, look, the precedent before Pitre just simply wasn't there with this situation. So it is very odd. Ojabo recovering from an Achilles injury suffered at that Michigan pro day we mentioned. He's very familiar with the Ravens defensive coordinator, Mike McDonald. That was his DC at Michigan, and he was a second-team All-American last year at Michigan. We'll tell you more about Ojabo in just a second, but I got to gauge the fan base here. Are you worried about this holdout that Ojabo is going through right now? Let me know in the comments section. Type Y for yes, type in for no if you're worried about this. This is our pinned comment today. You're about to get an ad break. Take advantage of it. Let me know one way or the other how worried you are. Y for yes, in for no on this situation. Ojabo, a very talented player. If it weren't for that injury, he very well would have been a first-round pick. And the scouting report on him was very impressive from Lance Zierlein at NFL.com. Emerging edge defender who should see a substantial leap in play consistently with more time to work on his technique and learn the game. The upside is evident despite his inexperience. At times, the run tape can be a rough study, but it improved as the 2021 season progressed. Ojabo's rush approach is fairly sophisticated, with the feet and agility to juke, stutter, spin, and race his way past offensive tackles. He's not ready to take on pro run blockers, but Ojabo is in the early stages of his physical and play development. So there you have it there in regards to Ojabo. And you can see with Odafe Oweh there and with the additions of Justin Houston this offseason, there's not an urgency to get Oweh on the field. So I'm not panicking by the fact that there's this holdout going on because you don't need him right now. He's not healthy at the moment. I mean, they're okay. That's why you brought back Justin Houston. And when you look at the numbers, Ojabo was terrific last year, 11 sacks, 12 tackles for loss, 5 fumbles, forced fumbles, and a fumble recovery. His day will come. He'll be spectacular, but I'm not going to sweat and lose sleep over the situation right now. It will all work itself out. Got a great deal that we're offering Ravens fans today here on the show, and it is a jersey combination. And I got to tell you, the Ravens have some of the most stylish uniforms in the league. I mean, whether you want your Marcus Williams jersey or a Lamar Jackson jersey, Mark Andrews, I mean, there's plenty of options, and we have them all available for you right now at chatsports.com/Ravens jersey. And even if you want to go back in time and get a Ray Lewis jersey, those will always age well. All of them available now just for our viewers of Ravens Rundown. Chatsports.com/Ravens jersey to get yours now. Deebo Samuel, trade rumors with the Baltimore Ravens. We've talked about that for a while on the channel, and now the folks at Spotrac have suggested, Spotrac, that the Ravens trade Devin Duverany for Deebo Samuel. Now, here's the idea that they came up with, folks. It's an interesting one. The 49ers receive Devin and a second-round pick. The Ravens receive Deebo Samuel, and then you also have to factor in that the Ravens would also have to pay Deebo Samuel as well. That you're not just getting the player, but you have to take on his new contract that he would essentially be owed as well. Look, I think that would be a great trade idea. No disrespect to Devin at all, but, I mean, he's unproven at this point. And Deebo Samuel has proven to be one of the most terrific impact players in the National Football League, both as a receiver and a running back. I know that he wants to transition to a wide receiver-only role. He is at the 49ers training camp. He's doing a hold-in his contract situation. He wants to either get paid or traded, so you know he's not happy there. If you have to give up Devin and just a second-round pick, I would love that trade personally. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments section. Should the Ravens trade for Deebo Samuel if they get this type of opportunity to make this trade? Should they do it? Type T for trade, type F for pass if you would make this trade in the comment section below. T for trade, P for pass. And if they do make a trade, you know we're going to cover it here on Ravens Rundown, and we're going to cover the entire run to the start of the season, the countdown to kickoff here on Ravens Rundown. We'll have you covered. YouTube.com/Ravens TV for the latest Ravens news and rumors here on the channel. Subscribe now. Turn on notifications as well. YouTube.com/Ravens TV. Couple news and notes from day one of Ravens training camp. Really cool. The Ravens are going to honor Jalen Ferguson. And we heard John Harbaugh talk about they'll have something on the jersey. Didn't reveal what it is yet, but nonetheless, that's going to be really cool to see, to honor their former teammate who passed away tragically just a while ago. Not too long ago that we saw the passing of Jalen Ferguson. Really cool that the Ravens are going to find a way to recognize him this season. Odafe Oweh, full team drills was a full go. Good to see Oweh back. That's a positive there on Odafe Oweh's front. He was terrific last year. Now looking to build upon that. Had the surgery, but it looks like everything's okay, that he's squared away. So that's very positive news on Odafe Oweh's front, that he's on that right track. And then lastly, takeaways from the day one of training camp. We did see, as we mentioned, Odafe Oweh absent. Ben Cleveland as well as Williams, the wide receiver, they were all absent as well. So we'll keep tabs when those guys make their return to the Ravens at this point. But that's so far what we got for you on day one of training camp for the Ravens. With the countdown to kickoff on, what are you most excited about for this season for your Baltimore Ravens? Let me know in the comment section one way or the other, whether it's a player or something about the team. Pinpoint it. Tell me what excites you about 2022 for your Baltimore Ravens. What's going to get you excited about this team? Let me know in the comment section below. We'll see you next time here on Ravens Rundown.